Hi everyone, today I'm going to be doing a hair tutorial for you all. I'm going to be showing you how to get these big soft natural curls using a straightening iron. I use my GHD straighteners, I swear by them, I've always loved them. The products that I used in the tutorial are Andrew Collins Thermo Protect Heat Defence Spray, and this protects up to 230 degrees Celsius, which I did say in the video, in the tutorial. So you've got your heat protectant spray. This is a Pantene Pro V style moving volume hairspray in flexible hold. So just a nice hairspray as well. I also use a big paddle brush. I've lost one of my sectioning clips, so found it. And one of these big grippy sort of sectioning clips. And I only need the one little sectioning clip as well. Probably most importantly, other than your hair, is a straightening iron. I've never actually owned, well I have when I was little, but I don't own a curling iron, so this is the only way I curl my hair is with my straighteners. So I thought the fact that it's my normal method, this is how I curl my hair. Every time I have my hair curled, it doesn't even cross my mind to use curling tongs. I really hope you enjoy it, and yeah, let's just get straight into the video. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is brush your hair out. I have this big paddle brush, and this is from Salon Selections, but I think it's just one I got for Christmas. So I'm just going to brush through my hair. There we are. Then obviously, because you're using heat, you do need to use a thermo heat protectant, and this is the Andrew Collins Professional Performance Thermo Protect Heat Defence Spray, and this protects up to 230 degrees Celsius. So I think it's more important to use one of these when you're curling with straighteners, because it's not heat just down, and GHDs get really hot, and you're holding them on your hair for a longer period of time curling. So I mean, it's important even when you're blow drying your hair or straightening your hair, doing anything with your hair with heat, always use a heat protectant because it can really break your hair. So this has got a nice sort of like pump on it, like that. And I'm just going to coat my hair entirely with this. And I always pay particular attention to the ends of your hair. I just swallowed some of this, it doesn't taste very nice. It smells quite good though. Right, so you completely coat your hair with that, and then give it a little while just to dry on your hair. Never put, keep breathing it in, it tastes horrible. Never put heat protectant on your hair and then immediately straighten it, because the steam that comes off your hair is actually drying the heat protectant, and I just feel like that's not a good idea for your hair really. That's never going to treat it nicely. If you just tousle it around, it will dry a little bit quicker. And then give it a brush through again. It's important to brush your hair thoroughly before you start curling your hair, because obviously once you put the first layer of curls in, you won't be able to brush through it again. You might, if you're very delicate, you can brush through the top layers, but for some reason that's made my hair feel really thick. It's quite a nice feeling. Okay, so you're also going to want a selection of sectioning clips. I have this big sort of grippy sort of clip, not sure what that's called, and then some of your little straightening clips. So I take the big clip first. I take my hair just above my ears, right round the back, put it all together, a bit like you do in a ponytail. Twist it round a few times. I've lost it there. Twist it round a few times. Lay it on the top of your head, like this, and then put the clip on it, like that. I'm not sure if you can actually see that or not. I hope you could. And then I split my hair in two halves. So I put one half around this side and one half around this side. And then this is that one layer that I think we can brush out because you haven't got any curls underneath. So you brush through that, and then you get your straighteners. I've been on for a few minutes. They heat up really quickly, GHDs. This is like, I think it's an inch maybe, I'm not sure how big that is. I would guess about an inch. And what you're going to do is, you've got obviously one section of hair here, you split it, and depending on how loose you want the curls, the bigger the section you get, the looser the curl will be. So if you took a tiny weeny piece, not that small because I would like just burn, a tiny bit like this, then that would be a really tight curl. But I like quite loose ones, so I'm going to take this whole piece here, and that's that thick. And then you hold the straighteners with your fingers at the front and thumb at the back, put it onto the hair, and then you're going to close and twist it away from you so your thumb is at the front and your fingers at the back, and pull. And again, the slower you pull, the tighter the curl will be, and the quicker you move across the hair, the looser the curl will be. So I quite like to alternate. I like to have a couple tight, a couple loose, just so it doesn't look so prim and proper and done. I like it to look quite natural. So that's your first curl. Now this is a really loose curl. And then you take the next piece of hair, repeat it again. I'm sorry, I'm actually having to look in the little view thing on the camera rather than the lens. I'm putting it quite slow towards the end to give more of a prominent curl on that piece. And that's your first two curls. Like I say, sorry, I'm not looking in the camera, I'm looking off to the side. I've got my mirror here as well, but my mirror's too far away. Hang on. See, if I was using my mirror, I'd be like looking right past you. Yeah, no, that's not going to be any good. Would that be annoying, me looking straight past you? I think it would. Okay, I'm doing the same on this side. Close it in there, turn it, and I'm going to pull this one quite slowly. And then release it. And there you are, and because you pulled it so much slower, you have a really tight curl there. And then you take the half behind it. And make this one a bit looser. I often like to do it quite quick near the root and then quite slow to the tip of my hair, so then you get curl at the end and drop at the top. Can you see there is a significant difference? The one that I did slowly the whole way round is actually sitting much shorter than the one which I did quick at the top and slow at the bottom. So you do get different depths and lengths depending on how you do this. Take your clip out the top, and then I take from my eyebrows round, spin it a few times, lay it on top of your head like so, and clip that back in. You split your hair again, the same as you did the same way round. And this is sort of quite a delicate process now because you've got all your hair laying together and you have to pick up the hair that you haven't curled. So I am going to look in the mirror for this. My hair, I didn't dry it properly last night so it's gone quite wavy, so I can't really distinguish between the curls. That's just a really loose curl I've done there. So then this is the bit that you need to, once you've sort of got it all in your hands, it's much easier to split. I'm going to do this a little bit first. Only a slight curl on that bit because it is quite a small bit of hair. That curl sort of failed. If a curl ever does go wrong, like this one at the front, never recurl it straight away, because if you try, nothing will happen, nothing will change, it will just get worse and worse and worse. You have to leave it until it is stone cold dry again, like 2 or 3 minutes I recommend leaving it for. Just don't touch it, don't try and curl it again, leave it. I'm going to do this and this side and then I'm going to come back to it and recurl it. If you do it hot, you're not going to fix anything. I mean, no one's perfect, everyone gets curls wrong every now and then, but just don't try and correct it immediately because you won't do your hair any good and you won't sort of correct it in the right manner. There's that one as well. So we have quite loose curls on this layer. Do this side. Oh, I just realised I'm doing it quite subconsciously, but after I finished each curl, I'm actually spinning it around in my fingers just to give the curl more definition. I'll show you with this one. you do your curl like normal, and then I catch it with my hand at the top and spin my finger around in it, and it just sort of, I think it adds a bit more definition to the curl. If you just drop the hair after you've curled it, the curl will just sort of, it just lays where it falls. Because it's still hot, you can still style it. So if you catch it with your hand whilst it's still hot and then curl it round again, you're just sort of reinforcing the curl that you've just made. So we go back to this little mess that we've got at the front here, and we're going to sort that out. So we're going to go quite slow on this one because I know this one I had a bit of an issue with. There we are. That's brought it into a much nicer curl. You see that? That's sort of a ringlet at the end, but it's a nice drop near the roots as well. And then the next layer, I'll take this one quite high up, sort of in the little, because I've got a heart-shaped head, so my little heart bits is where I pull this last one back. Can you hear that? It's the wind outside. And then you clip that one in. Separate it round again. Just give it a little tussle with your fingers to find where your curly bits separate from the straight bits. This is really the most difficult bit, is just separating between the two. It would be more difficult if you're trying to get like perfect curls, but for the sake of our tutorial we're just doing sort of messy natural curls. So if you miss one bit and there's one bit like straight, it doesn't actually hinder the style all that much. It might even add to it, give you some depth, some length and shape. I don't know what's wrong with the front bits of my hair, they're not actually wanting to curl today. They have major curling issues. I'm actually going to brush this bit of my hair because it feels really tangled. So you make sure you're holding up the straightened piece, not getting any of the curls, and then just brush through it like that. I actually heard some tangles come out of that then. Nice and slow towards the end of the hair to get a nice curl. There we are. Let's see if we can't, sorry straighteners, refix this bit. Poor old things getting chucked around. And there we are. There we go. Has to go from one extreme to the other with my hair. It's like, no, I'm not going to curl, and it's like, bing, ringlet. Like, can you not just meet me in the middle here? I just want loose, natural curl, not nothing or ringlet. My hair is just in one of them moods today. It's just like, I'm not playing. I am not going to help. I'm actually hating the colour of my hair right now. Look at that. That is my root. I'm lucky I don't have like dark hair, because I mean I don't think it looks bad, but I can tell, I hate it. I need to get my hair dyed again. Oh, that one went quite well. I haven't got very much to curl out of these bits, or just this little bit up here. Sure, I don't actually own a pair of curling tongs. Might invest in some. Right, now because we've got so high up with our layers, we are now going to change sectioning clip. So if you let all your hair just fall down, and then we're going to use our little crocodile sectioning clip. So what you want to do is separate the hair right down the back, like you have been doing the whole time, but just do it with the whole lot. I like to start with this side and just take the top layer of your hair, because you've got a few layers on this side that haven't been curled. You've got this one here, the longer pieces, and then this one up here as well. And you just twizzle it round, lay it across your hair and clip it down. And then you just need to sort through the layers here. and pick up all the bits which are yet to be curled. I might actually recurl that bit. I'm going to brush through this bit as well because this bit is quite tangled up. There we are. I lay the front piece down. I'm going to curl this back bit. Just clip it on nice and slowly. The thicker the piece of hair you get, the more time you're going to want to spend curling it as well. Like the longer the process is going to be, because if you've got a really thick lump of hair, obviously the straightners want more to heat. If you did it like a weeny piece of hair like this, it would curl in like seconds. But with a bigger lot of hair, you are going to need to take a bit more time. This is the last bit I'm going to curl, this bit here, because the next bit is my fringe. So I'm going to do this a bit more of a gentle curl. I don't want quite as much. I'll just lay that back in there, and then my fringe. I'm just going to brush through once more, and obviously you can do this if you have a side fringe as well, like me. I've got quite a long side fringe, I'm actually growing mine out. So you take your fringe, take your straighteners from the top, bring them down and turn them to the side. And then can you see how that's giving you the flick in your fringe there? That does become more integrated in the curls, but just at the minute it still looks a little bit out. And then you take the top layer of your hair, and because you've got it already separated, you can actually brush through this one quite easily. And then I think I'm going to do this bit at the back as a curl, just as a little one. And then take the top half of my fringe, clamp the top, and then pull it round to the side. And then you've got another flick. Obviously, like I say, you give that a little bit of a lift round, and you see that sort of sits in with the curls quite nicely. Right, then you've got the other side to do. So you repeat the process, except on this side obviously I haven't got a fringe, so that's one step we're not going to need. Just find the bits which need curling, and all these top bits here. That bit there as well. I'm going to brush through these bits because I've taken quite a bit of curling up all these layers right at the top. Split this into two because I like softer curls towards the top. And I always think it's important when you're curling your hair to ensure that the curls are facing away from your face. Like curl them away, because then I think it frames your face much more naturally. If you have curls facing your face, like curling inwards, I think that's a very unnatural way for your hair to fall. I think it sort of looks unnatural as well once it's finished. That one as well. And take your last top layer, give that a brush. I'm going to do this in one curl because it's quite a thin little layer. So just turn that around like that and lay it in with the rest of your hair. That's it, and then we'll give it all a little fluff together. There we are. One of the most important elements for curls is your hairspray. This is Pantene Pro V. Let's say moving volume. Yeah, moving volume spray and sway hairspray. That's cute. So I'll check my hair in the mirror. I can't really see it in the camera. There we are. I'll get a little spritz on. So, there you have it. That is your big, natural, soft curls using your GHDs. I hope you all really enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you got something from it. If you do curl your hair with GHDs, like any straightening iron, like I have in this video, I'd love it if you could leave it as a video response for me to watch. Leave me all your comments. sorry, excuse me. Leave me all your comments, let me know how this works for you, let me know if you like the tutorial, if there's any video requests at all, let me know, and I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye everyone!